English learners. Welcome to the English Podcast Arena.
Hello and welcome to English Podcast Arena. I am John, and I am truly glad you chose to spend this time with me today. This is your space to listen carefully, repeat with confidence, shadow naturally, and grow stronger in English, one sentence at a time. In this episode, I speak slowly and clearly. I use simple words that everyone can understand. I repeat important ideas so you have time to follow along, practice your pronunciation, and build your speaking confidence step by step. There is no rush here. There is no pressure. Just you, me, and the beautiful journey of learning English together. Today, we are going to explore something very special. We are going to talk about your daily routine. We will describe what happens in your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. But we are not just learning short phrases. We are learning how to express complete thoughts. We are learning how to tell the story of your day in natural, flowing English. By the time this episode ends, you will have the tools, the vocabulary, and the confidence to describe any day of your life in clear, real English. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin this journey together. Why should you practice talking about your daily routine in English? This is a very good question, and the answer might surprise you. You see, your daily routine is something you already know perfectly. You know what time you wake up. You know what you like to eat for breakfast. You know whether you prefer coffee or tea. You know if you work in an office, study at home, or take care of your family. This is your life. This is your story. And because you know it so well, you do not need to search for ideas. You do not need to imagine complicated situations. You simply need to find the English words for things you already understand deeply. Think about this for a moment. When you talk about your day, you are practicing the most useful kind of English. This is not academic English that you might never use. This is not technical English for special jobs. This is real everyday English. The kind of English you will use when you meet a new friend. The kind of English you will use when a colleague asks about your weekend. The kind of English that makes real conversations possible. You can say what time you woke up. You can describe what you had for breakfast. You can explain if you felt tired, busy, energetic, or peaceful. You can share what made you happy or what was challenging. And suddenly, you are not just studying English. You are living in English. Here is something beautiful that happens when you practice talking about your routine. You begin to think in English. At first, maybe you translate every word in your head from your native language, but slowly, as you repeat these sentences day after day, something changes. The English words come naturally. You stop translating. You simply speak. And that is when real confidence is born. That is when English stops feeling like a foreign language and starts feeling like a part of who you are. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you are traveling to a new country. You meet someone friendly at a coffee shop. They smile and ask you, "So, what did you do today?" Now, if you have practiced talking about your day many times before, you can answer easily. You can say, "Well, I woke up around 7 this morning. I had a nice breakfast at the hotel. Then I walked around the city and took some photos. In the afternoon, I visited a beautiful museum. And now I am here enjoying this wonderful coffee." Do you see what just happened? You had a real conversation. You connected with another person. You shared a piece of your life. And it all started because you practiced talking about your daily routine. Even if you are alone right now, even if you do not have anyone to practice with, even if you feel shy about speaking English out loud, you can still improve every single day. How? By talking about your day. You can do this in the morning while you drink your coffee. You can do this in the evening before you go to sleep. You can even do this while you are walking, cooking, or taking a shower. Just describe what you see. Describe what you are doing. Describe how you feel. One sentence at a time. No pressure. No judgment, just practice. When you are not sure what to say, start with simple questions. Ask yourself, what did I do today? What time did I wake up this morning? What did I eat for breakfast? Where did I go? Who did I see? What did I do in the afternoon? How was my evening? These questions are like little keys that unlock your English. They help you remember vocabulary. They help you build sentences. They help you think in a structured way without any stress at all. You can practice in the morning by describing yesterday. You can practice in the evening by reviewing today. Some learners like to record themselves on their phone and listen back. This is excellent because you can hear your own progress over time. The most important thing is to keep it simple. Use the English you already know. Do not worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Mistakes are stepping stones on the path to fluency. So speak freely. Speak bravely. And speak often. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Today, maybe you can say one sentence about your morning. Tomorrow, perhaps you add another sentence about your afternoon. Next week, you might describe your entire day in a flowing story. Progress is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet and slow, but it is always valuable. Every word you speak is a seed you plant, and with time and patience, those seeds grow into something beautiful. So today, right now, let us build this skill together. Word by word, sentence by sentence, moment by moment. Let us begin with the most magical part of the day, the morning. For many people, morning is the foundation of everything that follows. It sets the mood. It creates the energy. It shapes how you feel for the rest of the day. And it is also a wonderful time to think and speak in English, even if it is just for a few peaceful minutes while the world is still quiet. Now let us practice some morning sentences together. I will say each sentence slowly and clearly. After I speak, pause this episode and repeat the sentence out loud. Try to copy my rhythm, my pronunciation, and my pace. This is called shadowing, and it is one of the most powerful ways to improve your speaking. Are you ready? Here we go. I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. Pause now and repeat. Sometimes I wake up a little earlier, especially if I have important things to do. Pause and repeat. When I go to bed late, I feel tired and sleepy the next morning. I often lie in bed for a few minutes before I get up. I like to close my eyes and think about what I want to accomplish today. Then I take a deep breath and stretch my arms above my head. I stretch my legs and wiggle my toes. Slowly, gently, I sit up in bed and put my feet on the floor. I walk to the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror. Good morning, I say to myself. I turn on the water and brush my teeth carefully for 2 full minutes. I use small circles and make sure to clean every tooth. After that, I wash my face with cool water. The cool water helps me wake up and feel more alert. Sometimes, if I feel very sleepy, I take a warm shower. The warm water relaxes my muscles and clears my mind. I like to play soft music or listen to an English podcast while I shower. It makes the morning feel special. After my shower, I dry myself with a clean towel and get dressed. I usually choose clothes that are comfortable and practical. On normal days, I might wear jeans and a simple shirt. If I have a meeting or something important, I choose something more formal. I look in the mirror one more time to check that everything looks good. Then I brush my hair and put on a little perfume or cologne. Next, I walk to the kitchen. This is one of my favorite moments of the day. I prepare my breakfast slowly, enjoying each step. On most mornings, I make something simple and healthy. Maybe 2 slices of toast with butter and strawberry jam. Maybe 2 eggs cooked just the way I like them. Maybe a bowl of fresh fruit with yogurt. If I have extra time on the weekend, I prepare something more special like pancakes or an omelet with vegetables. I pour myself a hot cup of coffee. That first sip in the morning is always wonderful. Some mornings I prefer green tea because it feels lighter and more refreshing. I sit down at my table and eat my breakfast slowly. I try not to rush. I try to enjoy every bite. Sometimes I look out the window and watch the sunlight coming through the trees. Sometimes I hear birds singing outside. These small moments bring me peace before the busy day begins. While I eat, I sometimes check the news on my phone or watch a short video. Other times, I prefer silence. I just sit and breathe and appreciate the calm. Before I leave the house, I check my phone for any messages. I look at my calendar to see my schedule. I review my to-do list so I know what needs to happen today. Then I pack my bag carefully. I put my phone, my wallet, my keys, my notebook, and a bottle of water inside. I double-check to make sure I have everything. Finally, I put on my shoes. I take one last look around the house. I open the door, step outside, and begin my day. Now let me share a flowing story about my morning routine. Listen carefully first. Then you can go back and shadow each sentence. Try to feel the rhythm and the natural flow of the language. Every morning I wake up at about 7 o'clock. The soft light of dawn comes through my curtains, and I open my eyes slowly. I do not jump out of bed immediately. Instead, I lie there for a few peaceful minutes, just breathing and thinking about the day ahead. I stretch my arms high above my head and feel my body come alive. Then I swing my legs over the side of the bed and stand up gently. I walk to the bathroom, still feeling a little sleepy. I look in the mirror and smile at myself, even if I feel tired. Then I pick up my toothbrush, add some toothpaste, and brush my teeth carefully for 2 minutes. The mint flavor wakes me up a little bit. After brushing, I cup my hands under the faucet, fill them with cool water, and splash it onto my face. The fresh, cool sensation always makes me feel more awake and ready. On some mornings, when I feel extra sleepy or when the weather is cold, I take a warm shower. I stand under the water and let it wash away all the sleepiness. I often play gentle music or an English lesson while I shower. It is a nice way to start learning even before the day truly begins. After the shower, I wrap myself in a soft towel and walk to my closet. I pick out clothes that match my mood and my plans for the day. Once I am dressed, I go to the kitchen. I open the refrigerator and take out eggs, butter, and some fresh fruit. I cook my eggs slowly, watching them sizzle in the pan. I toast 2 slices of bread until they are golden brown. I spread a thin layer of butter and a little honey on top. Then I sit down at my table with my breakfast and a large cup of hot coffee. The aroma fills the kitchen and makes me smile. I eat without rushing. I look out the window and watch the world outside. Sometimes a bird lands on the fence and I pause to watch it. These quiet moments are precious to me. When I finish eating, I wash my dishes and wipe the counter clean. Then I check my phone for messages and review my schedule. I make sure my bag contains everything I need for the day. Finally, I put on my jacket and shoes, open the front door, and step outside into the fresh morning air. Let us practice a few final morning sentences together. These are affirmations, positive statements you can say to yourself every day. Repeat after me. Every morning is a fresh beginning, and I am grateful for it. When I start my day with English, I feel focused and motivated. I am proud of every small step I take, and I know I am improving. Today will be a good day, and I am ready for whatever comes. Wonderful. Now let us continue to the afternoon, the middle section of the day when life often becomes busiest. The afternoon looks different for everyone. Some people are working in offices, answering emails, and attending meetings. Some people are studying in classrooms, listening to teachers, and taking notes. Some people are at home taking care of children, cooking meals, or managing the house. Whatever your afternoon looks like, it is still a perfect time to practice English. Even 5 minutes of focused practice can make a difference. Even 10 minutes of listening can improve your understanding. Let us learn some common afternoon sentences together. Repeat each one after me, slowly and with care. After lunch, I return to my desk and continue working. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after eating, so I drink some water to stay alert. I check my emails and respond to the most important ones first. I read messages from my colleagues and think about how to reply clearly. In the afternoon, I usually have 1 or 2 meetings. Sometimes these meetings are in person. Sometimes they are video calls. If I work from home, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. I organize my files and prepare documents for the next day. I try to keep my workspace clean and tidy because a clear desk helps me think clearly. Around 3 o'clock, I take a short break to rest my eyes and stretch my body. I walk to the kitchen and make a cup of tea or pour a glass of cold water. Sometimes I eat a small snack, like an apple, a handful of nuts, or a few crackers. If the weather is pleasant, I step outside for a short walk. Even 10 minutes of fresh air can refresh my mind completely. When I have free time in the afternoon, I use it to study English. I might listen to a podcast like this one while walking around my neighborhood. I might read a short article online and look up any words I do not understand. I might watch a video where the speaker talks slowly and clearly, pausing to repeat interesting phrases. Shadowing practice in the afternoon helps me speak more naturally and fluently. Before I finish working for the day, I write down everything I accomplished. I make a simple list so I can feel proud of my progress. Sometimes I write down one new word or phrase I learned. I review my English notebook and add any new notes. This small habit keeps me organized and helps me remember what I studied. Now, here is a story about my afternoon. Listen first, then shadow the sentences to practice your pronunciation and rhythm. After lunch, I go back to my desk feeling full and sometimes a little bit tired. The first thing I do is check my email inbox. I scan through the messages quickly to find anything urgent. Then I make a short list of tasks I want to complete before the end of the day. Having a clear plan helps me stay focused and productive. At around 2 o'clock, I usually have a video meeting with my team. We talk about what we finished in the morning and what we are working on now. These meetings are usually quick, about 20 or 30 minutes. I listen carefully, take notes, and share my ideas when it is my turn. After the meeting, I continue with my tasks. Sometimes I write reports. Sometimes I prepare presentations. Sometimes I simply answer questions from colleagues. Around 3:30, I take a proper break. I stand up, stretch my arms and legs, and walk away from my desk. I go to the kitchen and make a fresh cup of tea. Sometimes I choose green tea for energy. Sometimes I choose chamomile tea for calm. I drink slowly, looking out the window, giving my eyes a rest from the computer screen. If I have time, I step outside for a short walk around the block. The fresh air and movement help me feel renewed. When I return to my desk, I often spend 15 or 20 minutes practicing English. I might listen to a slow English conversation and repeat the sentences I hear. I might read a news article and highlight words I want to remember. I might write 3 sentences in English about how my day is going. These small moments of practice add up over time. They build my vocabulary, improve my pronunciation, and increase my confidence. Before I stop working for the day, I spend 5 minutes reviewing. I write down what I accomplished. I write down one thing I learned. And I write a short sentence about how I feel. For example, today was busy but productive and I feel satisfied. Or, I struggled with one task but I learned something new. This reflection helps me grow and stay motivated for tomorrow. Now it is your turn to practice. Pause this episode for a moment. Think about your afternoon. What do you usually do after lunch? Do you work? Do you study? Do you rest? Do you take care of others? Try to say 3 or 4 sentences about your typical afternoon. Use simple words, speak slowly. And remember, the goal is to practice, not to be perfect. Let me give you some sentence starters to help. I will say the beginning and you complete the sentence in your own way. In the afternoon, I usually. Very good. After lunch, I like to. Excellent. Sometimes I feel. Wonderful. I usually take a break at. Perfect. Before the afternoon ends, I. Beautiful. You are doing so well. Now let us move gently into the final part of the day. The evening and night. This is often a special, peaceful time. The work is done. The sun is setting. The world slows down. It is a time for relaxation, for connection with family and friends, and for gentle reflection on everything that happened during the day. Let us practice some evening sentences together. Repeat each one after me with a calm, relaxed voice. I usually come home at around 6 o'clock in the evening. When I walk through the door, I take off my shoes and feel instant relief. I set my bag down and sit on the sofa for a few quiet minutes. Sometimes I close my eyes and just breathe deeply, letting go of any stress from the day. Then I change into comfortable clothes, maybe soft pants and a loose shirt. In the evening, I prepare dinner. Sometimes I cook something fresh with vegetables, rice, and protein. Sometimes I order food from a restaurant if I feel too tired to cook. I try to eat at a reasonable hour, not too late. I sit at the table and enjoy my meals slowly. If I live with family, we talk about our days and share stories. We laugh together and connect. These moments around the dinner table are precious. After dinner, I clean the kitchen. I wash the dishes, wipe the counter, and put everything back in its place. A clean kitchen makes me feel calm and organized. Sometimes after eating, I go for a gentle walk around my neighborhood. The cool evening air feels refreshing on my face. I look at the stars if the sky is clear. Before bed, I have my nighttime routine. I take a warm shower to relax my muscles. I brush my teeth carefully. I wash my face with gentle cleanser. Then I put on my comfortable pajamas and sit in bed. Sometimes I read a book, just a few pages, to calm my mind. Sometimes I listen to soft, peaceful music. Sometimes I write in a journal about my day, what I am grateful for, what I learned. I set my alarm for the next morning. I plug in my phone and place it away from my bed so I am not tempted to look at it. I turn off the lights, close my eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. I let go of any remaining thoughts, and slowly, peacefully, I drift off to sleep. You have just listened to a complete daily routine from morning to night. Now I want to encourage you to create your own story. Think about your life. What time do you wake up each morning? What is your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? Do you work, study, or take care of your home? What does your afternoon look like? What brings you peace in the evening? What do you do before you sleep? You can describe today specifically, or you can describe your typical day, the day that happens most often. Start small. Maybe begin with just the morning. Tomorrow, add the afternoon. The next day, complete the evening. Build your story one piece at a time. You have accomplished something wonderful today. You listened to a complete daily routine in English. You learned new vocabulary and practiced new sentences. You repeated phrases out loud and improved your pronunciation. And most importantly, you took real action toward becoming a better English speaker. This is not just studying. This is living in English. This is growing in English. This is becoming who you want to be, one sentence at a time. I want you to return to this episode again and again. Listen when you wake up. Listen during your commute. Listen before you sleep. Each time you hear these sentences, they become more natural. Each time you repeat them, they become part of you. And soon, talking about your day in English will feel as easy as breathing. This has been English Podcast Arena. I am John, and I am genuinely proud of the effort you put in today. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. You are doing amazing things, and I cannot wait to see how far you go. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep learning. Goodbye for now.